Spurs hosting the Jazz, and the Jazz are 5.5 point favorites. The over/under is at 234.5. The Jazz are minus 225 on the money line. The Spurs are plus 185. Both of these teams have lost the last 4 games that they've played. Before you bet on this game, go to Twitter, go to Underdog NBA, and see what players are playing in this game. Use a site like VegasInsider.com. It is totally free and allow you to compare all the casinos' pricings, whether you bet online or in person. And then use another website like Covers.com, another totally free site. It'll allow you to compare pretty much every gambling stat known to man between these two teams, how these teams have done individually, how these teams have done head-to-head, who was on the court the last time that they played, who should be on the court today, who may or may not play in today's game. Now, head-to-head, the home team is 6-4. The Jazz are 6-4 against the Spurs in their last 10. The underdog is 6-4 against the spread, while the favorite is 6-4 on the money line. The under has hit in their last 2 games. The under is 6-4 in their last 10. And the under 234.5 specifically is 7-3 in their last 10 games. The last game they played against each other, the Spurs beat the Jazz 102-94 in Utah. The game before that, the Jazz beat the Spurs 118-102. The game before that, the Spurs beat the Jazz 126-122. And the game before that, the Spurs beat the Jazz 104-102. 3 out of the last 4 games they've played against each other, the home team has won, and 3 out of the last 4 games they've played against each other, the Spurs have won. Hence the reason why the line is probably as low as what it is. Now, in their last handful of games overall, the Jazz are 4-6 in their last 10, but they are 7-3 against the spread. The under has hit in their last 2 games, and the over is 7-2-1 in their last 10. We've had 220, 234, 260, and 242 points in their last 4 games. The Jazz have scored 103, 113, 116, and 115, and they didn't win any of those games. Now, the Spurs are 3-7 in their last 10. They have not covered their last 4 games, and they are 4-6 against the spread. The over/under is 5-5 in their last 10. We've had 230 points, 260 points, 224 points, and 205 points. The Spurs have not been scoring a lot at all. We've had 93, then we had one outlier where they scored 124, then we had 94 and 84. I'm going to take the Jazz with the money line. I'm going to take the Jazz laying the points, and I'm going to go under in this game because the Spurs really have not been scoring consistently, and they've scored under 100 points 3 times in their last 4 games. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.